I can't wait to see what happens with Lance and Oceanside. What the hell is he gonna do to them? Oh yeah, those guys.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. The time has come, guys. The Walking Dead is back for the final batch of episodes ever. This is my review for the final ever mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead, Season 11, Episode 17, titled Lockdown.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is back, guys. The Walking Dead is back for the final 8 episodes ever of the entire series. It's back. So, we are here to do our review for episode 17 of The Walking Dead Season 11, Lockdown. So, we've been gone for a few months. Walking Dead's been off for a few months. Walking Dead has been off the air, and we are now back for the final ever experience of The Walking Dead show. The final 8 episodes, and now we only got 6 episodes left. For God's sakes, man. I'm not ready for this crap to be done. I'm really not. So, anyway, let's get into this episode. I will make sure to let you all know, though, at the beginning, this will contain spoilers for this episode, so if you have not watched episode 17 yet, definitely do not watch this review. We will also be reviewing episode 18 later on today, so make sure to stay tuned for that. However, I am not going to spoil episode 18 in this video, because I know that 17 comes out for only AMC viewers tonight. So for some that want to watch this review, but can't access episode 18 until next week, you can still watch this review without having any spoilers. So anyway, let's get into the episode. We open up with a really phenomenal monologue with Judith. And we've gone over this, so I'm not going to really go into too much detail, but obviously we kind of reflect on the past and how some people adapted to the world, and, you know, we had some found families, while others kind of, you know, fell into the darkness. You know, I mean, Governor, Shane, other villains like that, and it was a really good monologue from Judith. So, and these continue throughout the entire season from what we've heard, so excited to see more from that. And then we're back with Daryl. We got Maggie and the others, and they're on the run from Lance and the Commonwealth, and you've got Gabriel and Aaron and Negan and Annie that catch up to them. Now, we find out that Herschel is with Elijah. He's being protected by him, but now they're going to have to try to figure out how they're going to take on Lance and how they're going to get their people out of the Commonwealth, because obviously we got, you know, Carol, we've got Ezekiel, we've got the kids, Judith, RJ. I mean, there's so many people inside of the Commonwealth that they have to get out, but none of them can step in, and this is when the problem comes in. Like, who's going to be able to go into the Commonwealth and just, you know, get everybody out of there, right? They got a target on their back, and Lance is for sure going to let people know, like, don't let these people in, right? So they have to kind of try to figure a way out, but they've never seen Negan's face before, and that's when Daryl says, hey, they've never seen you before. And he's like, wait, so you say I just go in there and stuff like that? And Daryl's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So that's what they do, and then we get to see Negan completely just murder one of the Commonwealth soldiers as he steps out of his vehicle, wearing a whisper mask, the whole ordeal. Love that. And he steals the vehicle, takes off, slides the gun to Daryl. Daryl opens up the van door, takes the gun, and there you go. That's it. So, damn, man, what a freaking awesome opening scene. So, we then get the intro. We get a little bit of a extension. I did notice that. There is a extension with a few other cast members added to that intro. And there's a few moments where you see, like, Alexandria, you see Hilltop, and I believe you even see Commonwealth in this intro as well, too. So they extended that, which I thought was great. The new intro, I think, is really, really cool. It feels very futuristic, very final season-esque, and I think for that, it's really, really good. So then we're back. We've got, obviously, Daryl and Lance that are then kind of, you know, facing each other. And you've got Lance and Daryl that have this really big shootout with the Commonwealth soldiers. Daryl's, like, literally killing every single soldier on Lance's team. And you get this really cool kind of shootout back and forth. Now, Lance isn't able to get to Daryl. Daryl, of course, gets away. And you've got Negan that gets away, Daryl that gets away. And we get this huge, like, Fast and the Furious, freaking high-speed chase type of thing, car chase type scene, and it was so good. And you get Negan that's kind of leading them, so they follow Negan's vehicle, just so Daryl can come around the other way and freaking smash into their vehicle. So that was really, really cool. And Negan goes off, he goes off to Commonwealth, and Daryl has killed some of those soldiers. So then we get to see Commonwealth. we get to see everybody kind of protesting, obviously, because the article came out from Connie, and you got kind of like a few scenes where Pamela Milton's kind of freaking out and trying to give people a speech, but, nobody's buying it anymore, and you've got Connie that's in the crowd, and she's like, yeah, she's like, damn right, so that was kind of cool, and, Connie's all proud of herself, and Rosita is then asked by Mercer to help take care of a swarm. Now, this is a storyline that we do get to see in this episode. It's kind of an offshoot storyline from everything else, but we do have a minor plot in this one, I would say, where Mercer and Rosita take care of this horde that is getting close to Commonwealth. And, Mercer kind of even talks to Rosita and says, like, if things get intense, I respect you a lot. He straight up tells Rosita, like, if you need to get your family out of here, I will gladly do that for you. I will gladly get you out of here because he has a lot of respect for her, and he has a lot of, respect for her as a survivor and stuff like that. And I thought that was really cool. And we saw some really good zombie action with them as well, too, right? So we then get to see Negan. He arrives at Commonwealth. We see Negan talk to Mercer, and it was really awesome, man. I love seeing these two interact. And I love it because, you've got Negan that kind of shows up there. And at first, you kind of see him, he enters, and you've got the one guard that's standing there, and Mercer's like, can you go get Negan some water? Just do it. Don't question it. Go get him some water. And then as soon as the guard is gone, Negan's just like, okay, yeah, so Daryl sent me. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. Who sent you? I think you know who sent me. Daryl. And then he's just like, oh, yeah, we got people in here to protect. And Mercer's like, that's my job. And Negan's like, yeah, I was sent here anyway. So he says, too, he's like, well, I mean, if you are so strict on the rules and can't let me in here, then why are you following them when clearly everybody else is breaking those rules based off the situation right now? So Mercer lets Negan in. We've got Carol that, of course, is with the kids watching Judith and, Gracie and RJ and stuff like that. And she says we're going to play the quiet game because we got Shira and frickin' bald guy, I forget his darn name, but they sneak in and they literally were about to go in there and kill all the kids and Carol. Am I getting that right? Because that's what it looks like to me. It literally looks like they were like literally about ready to kill these kids. So they're frigged up. Yeah, screw them, that's for sure. And Carol protects them. They play quiet. They do a good job. Carol's got them well trained, and she stands out there with a knife in case things go bad. So, man, that was really good. Good job on the kids, too, man. Judith and RJ and, Gracie, they all stayed quiet and, they managed to survive. So they get another knock at the door later on, and then it's like, oh my god, what the hell's going on? And you've got Negan, right? So I love it because Negan's like taking a tour of the Commonwealth and he's looking at this and he's just like, what the hell is this? Like, I love it because we've never gotten to see in the comics Negan's reaction to Commonwealth. So it was really cool to kind of see that in the TV show version. And Jerry kind of approaches him and says like, hey dude, like, what are you doing here? And Negan's like, I'm here to save your asses. So he and Carol in this episode team up and I thought it was absolutely incredible. He updates Carol on what's going on and Carol comes up with a plan. And meanwhile, you've got Commonwealth that's kind of on this lockdown because this protesting is going on, and then the zombie herd apparently is continuing to get closer and closer to Commonwealth, so everybody goes on lockdown, basically, which is the title of the episode, Lockdown. Everybody goes on lockdown to stay protected from this herd, and it luckily shuts down the protesting, but it takes them to, throw smoke bombs for them to, to leave or whatever, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, Negan and Carol end up finding Sebastian in this hideout room, drinking, passed out, drunk out of his mind, and, they find him there just like that, and Negan lays down the law. Like, Sebastian's like, what are you guys doing in here? And, he's like, do you know who I am? And Negan's like, do you know who I am? It's like unofficially says, I'm Negan, man. The fan base I've got? So, freaking love that. That was absolutely awesome. Negan versus Sebastian, freaking love it. And he even said, he's just like, you're gonna listen to Carol. Like, she's done a lot of stuff, like, you wanna keep breathing? Like, come with us, right? So, you've got them, they sneak, Sebastian out. One of the guys notices that they're sneaking him out, and Negan has to kind of deal with this loudmouth. He basically gets tackled to the ground by a Commonwealth soldier, and Carol, he basically sacrifices himself and gets, I think arrested or something, so Carol can continue and go to Pamela to make this deal to get Daryl and the others out, right? So that was really cool. And well, you've got Daryl and the rest that are kind of on the move. They're kind of trying to figure a way out. And there was a really cool scene, which I really want to make sure I mention as well, too, with Maggie and Daryl, when they're hiding, you know, like, kind of, like, down low and stuff as the soldiers are passing them by in the streets. She does mention Leah, and she says she's sorry because she knows how much Leah meant to Daryl. And he says, Glenn would have wanted me to protect you, so that's what I did. I was like, oh, that's freaking awesome. So that was actually one of my favorite scenes of the episode. I really liked the way that was done. So Annie then, of course, catches up with them, Gabriel and Aaron, and they all decide to go in the underground sewers and hide from the Commonwealth down there, which you can't say is not a reference to The Walking Dead Season 8. Same thing, enemy trying to find you, go in the sewers. Luckily, no one's bit this time, but still, that definitely is the callback of the week. You guys remember early Season 11 when I would do that in the reviews? That's callback of the week right there. That was really cool. So they're hiding down there. You've got Carol that makes the deal with Pamela, of course. She brings him back Sebastian. And the episode ends on a somewhat cliffhanger where you see Lance and the Commonwealth find them down there. They find Daryl, they find the others, and Daryl holds Lance at knife point as the Commonwealth surrounds all of them. Daryl, Aaron, Maggie, Gabriel, they're all surrounded by Commonwealth soldiers, and Daryl is about to kill Lance, and that's when the episode comes to an end. So, phenomenal freaking episode, guys. Honestly, this is going to easily get a 10 out of 10 for me. I have absolutely no issues with this episode. I would be crazy to have an issue with this episode. This was a stellar return for The Walking Dead. And now I want to hear from you guys. What did you guys think of this episode? What did you think of Lockdown, the mid-season premiere? Definitely let me know. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to also follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, stay tuned for episode 18 review coming after this, so don't go away. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
I've heard stories. Walkers that can climb walls and open doors. I was never sure if they were just stories.